Hello everyone, Pentuf here today for a new video concerning the O-47, which is the only tier 8 at the moment that is from the Blitz Nation. We don't really know what it is for. I remember the first time I bought the tank, the first time the tank was introduced, it was because there was a collaboration between Wargaming and I don't know how to say it in English, but someone that is designing some kind of Japanese textbook. I don't remember the name, I'm sorry, I have the name in French, not in English, but you get the spirit. And therefore that's what came out of the collaboration. The O-47, aka O-47 Phoenix, for everybody who got the legendary camo on it. Is the tank good? Honestly, I like the tank. I don't feel like it's one of the few tanks that is really old, but still not power creep. It's not like the IS-6 who became completely useless. By the way, guys, there is an offer currently running for the IS-6. Don't buy it. That's a scam. Honestly, the tank is not worth it anymore. Even for 5.5k gold, keep your gold for something else. But let's focus on the O-47. What do you need to know about this tank? It's a medium and it has one of the strongest turrets I have ever seen at tier 8. You can't penetrate the turret. It's impossible, except, and that's the problem with the tank, but I'm gonna explain to you why it's not the biggest problem ever. You have to understand that the wings, the little wings on the turret are penetrable and you're gonna do damage if you shoot them. But why is it not a problem? Because nobody knows that. Nobody. Now that I tell it, maybe a couple of people will know how to play with against the O-47. But yeah, the wings on the turret are penetrable. So now, as you can see, I'm playing it all down only, because for the pros and the cons of the tank, you have an amazing gun, you have an extremely good turret armor, you have a good all armor, not gonna lie, you can bounce some shots, it's gonna be hard, but you can, and a good gun depression. Honestly, the tank is great. I don't really feel like it has any problems. Maybe the main problem I have with the tank is the fact that the turret wings are penetrable and you can actually do damage if you shoot here. But let's face it, nobody's gonna shoot here because pretty much nobody knows how to play against the tank, because it's one of the rarest tanks ever. I never see O-47 in the wild. It's really rare, and I play tier 8 a lot. And it's really extremely rare that I have to see this tank in battle, and that's unfortunate, because the tank is really good, but Wargaming decides not to sell it a lot of times. I think they are selling it one time per year, not much. Maybe we're gonna see it next Blitz Fair, who knows, but I really doubt it. I think that it's one of the things. It's like the Panther 8.8. Wargaming sold the Panther 8.8 a couple of updates ago, and now we don't see it anymore. And I wish they will put back the Panther 8.8. That's one of the few tanks I miss to have a complete collection. But it's up to Wargaming, so we'll see. We will see if it's the case or not, if they put it or not in the game. So, what else can we talk about concerning the tank? How do you want to play it? All down only. That's the only form of technique that is working on this tank. Every time you're going to be all down, you're going to be indestructible. And it's working for tier 9s, tier 8s, even if they are using gold shells. If they shoot your gun mantlet, you are not gonna be penetrated. And that's what I like about this tank. You can be pretty confident on the battlefield. As long as you have a good position, you can clearly just destroy everything. So now let's talk about the replays, and only the replays, because that's why we're here after all. Is the tank quick thing before really talking about the replay? Does the tank have a good creative coefficient or not? To me, I think the creative coefficient on this tank is average for a premium tank, so you're gonna make money, but not as much as, for example, a Lava or a T-2064. But that's still nice. Usually you don't play this kind of tank to make money, you play this kind of tank to have fun. And what is great about this tank is that it's a really great combination of heavy and also medium playstyle, because you have the mobility of the medium tank, but you have the armor of the heavy tank, especially on the turret. Look at this, ISU bounced, and on the side of the turret we also bounced the Progetto. That's just great. Now, let's focus a bit on the game. So, I'm trying to take all down positions only. Here, I wanted to go on the ridge line on the opposite side, but the Bulldog saw me. I know that by looking at my map, my team is following in the back, so what I'm gonna try here is to spot for my team so they can have some shots. Therefore, I'm gonna try to play it aggressively. I'm confident nobody's shooting your turret wings, therefore you can show your, you can expose your turret. I'm waiting for the projectile to come. I know he's gonna come for me. I'm trying to shoot at his tracks to try to keep it on track for my team, and look at this, the guy got completely wrecked by my team. Thank you. I love having support, especially in this kind of situation. All down only. We are facing the ISU that didn't try a shot, because if you don't aim on this tank, you're gonna bounce. You don't need to take risks at the moment. One thing maybe that can be important, you have the tracks that are bigger than your actual hull. Therefore, if you show your tracks to your enemies, they are gonna probably bounce you by untracking you. And that's what I'm trying to show you here with the ISU, and it worked. Look at this. He shot, he thought, hey, if I shoot in the track, I'm gonna penetrate the guy and he's gonna take damage. No, 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 boy. If you knew how great my tank is, you wouldn't have tried this. Now we only have to deal with the rest of the ISU as the tank is turning. We're not in a critical situation here. I'm pretty confident about the win. There is the defender that just died. There is the M41 Bulldog on one side and the MX-AC-46 on the other. We don't need to fear anybody. Can we sneak a shot on the Bulldog? No, he died before, unfortunately. We only have to deal with the MX-AC-46 and we are done with this game. Is the guy watching us? Unfortunately, it went right through the gun mantlet, but can we kill it? Can we kill it before the Tiger 1? That's the question. We pull out a gold shell and boom! See ya, boy. Maybe I didn't talk about the gold penetration on this tank, but it's quite nice. I think you have something like 250, therefore you will not struggle penetrating your target. It doesn't matter if it's tier 8 or tier 9, in both cases you're gonna penetrate with golds. Now let's talk about the most interesting gameplay. The not ace tanker but first class, but still a great gameplay to show you how you want to use this tank. First of all, as I already told you, you need an hold down position, and the perfect hold down position to me on this side of the map, if the enemy team is going on the right, is crossing the second ridge line right there. Here you are, if nobody push you and if you have support in the back, you have the perfect conditions to do one hell of a game. And here we gather all the perfect conditions because I take my position, behind me there is my team, and I'm facing two Chinese tanks, and as you all know, Chinese tanks don't have enough gun depression to be able to shoot my hull, so they need to focus my turret, and my turret is my main pro because it's hard to penetrate. So we only have to deal with them on the ridge line. I don't need to take risks. That's why I'm not gonna try anything. I'm gonna keep my position, wait for them to poke, and every time they are poking me, I'm just gonna destroy them. Unfortunately, my plan has to fail because they have a T-26E4 and the Tiger 2 on the opposite side of the map. And I'm thinking, do I need to circle them, or do I wait here, come back when I'm not spotted, and try something on the rest of their team? And I decided, hey, you know what? I don't need to circle. I'm gonna lose some precious time. I'm gonna go directly on the T-34-3, and I know the guy shot. I'm circling, and why do I do that? I come on this side to try to put some pressure on him. I know he's gonna shoot me, but after his shot, he has to retreat. And I wanted him to retreat behind the ridge line because the T-34-3 has a really bad gun depression. Therefore, now I have the advantage. If the guy doesn't try to move from here, I have some free damage. He can't shoot me. He's gonna shoot me on the turret, but unfortunately, he's gonna miss pretty much all his shells, allowing me to completely destroy him. Now, another thing that is interesting with this tank, and you can try, especially when you're in a 1-on-1 situation, and I'm going to demonstrate it to you right now with the Tiger 2, it's the face hug. Because every time you face hug with this tank, you are going to show your turret only to your opponent, and as long as you show only your turret, they are going to bounce you. Look at what I'm trying to do on the Tiger. See, he's bouncing because his gun depression doesn't allow him to shoot my hull. He can only shoot my turret. And clearly, you can't do anything against my turrets, especially when you're Tiger 2. Even tier 9 tank destroyers with gold shell can penetrate my turrets, so imagine Tiger 2, which allows us to just completely wreck him and finish the game with more than 4,000 average damage on this game. Not an ace tanker, but still an extremely good game, and I really wanted to talk about the O-47 Phoenix because to me it's one of the rarest tanks in the game, and one of the rarest that is still worth it. So maybe if the tank comes in shop, maybe it would be a good idea for you to try to give it a try. You don't need to be a good player to play correctly. Just remember to always be all down and you're good. Don't forget that you're not here to be better, but to be the best. Pantouf, over.